Click the links to send me art for the channel, comic books, beanies for the homeless, weed, whatever. My P.O. Box, email, Discord, and the Twitter are below. Oh, let me take a look at this. He's painting clown makeup on the kid's face, and some long-haired hippie dude walks by, and they show the kids making silly faces. Who's this skinny guy with long hair? That couldn't possibly be Mike Miller, could it? Dude, you were never that skinny. You probably did wear those shorts, though. And then, I thought this was pretty cute. This is from Bless This Mess. He's selling it on Kickstarter, so check it out. First of all, if it wasn't for social media, nobody would care about this thing going around, this woo-flu boogaloo. They would develop a vaccine for it in a few years, and that would solve the problem. You would probably never have even heard of it. Humans survived the bubonic plague, which is still around, as is leprosy. People have learned to adjust to it. This thing is going to take a few of us down, like all diseases do every year. But most people will not be affected. They'll develop immunities to it, or it will mutate into something benign. This is not the first time something like this has happened. We are all going to die, but most of us are going to die of old age, so relax. Ron Marz decides to insult and talk down to his audience in the most patronizing tone. Then, when he gets a little pushback, he doubles down and insults the potential audience. The main point of his argument is that comics are doing fine, and he shows the past 5 years to prove it, which is interesting. Why not show sales from the past 50 years? Sort of weird. He's also implying that digital sales are replacing paper sales. Maybe, but if sales are fine, why would you even bother tweeting about it? It's like, hey, our industry's doing great. Does that require an 8-tweet thread? No, you just continue to do great in your industry. It's not a big deal. It's as if the lady doth protest too much. This brings us to an important philosophical point. Do you want to try to save comics or to replace them? Since there's this almost zero chance of saving comics, I think more people should focus on COMICSGATE and getting COMICSGATE into stores and Amazon. And I know some of you who are listening really hate COMICSGATE because you hate some of the people in it. COMICSGATE isn't necessarily those people. My definition when I use the term is just SJW-free comics. That's it. If you want to come up with a different term, fine, let me know. But that's what I'm talking about. Anyway. So he made this 8 or 9 tweet thread where he talks about how everybody's doing fine, everything's fine, which is like you really wouldn't talk about. That's just weird. It's weird. So I says one of the dudes in my mentions chirping about comics are dying had a feed full of Alex Jones and semi-naked anima girls. Anima girls? So an academic, I'm assuming. Okay, here's the thing. I say not to insult people if you're selling things. Yeah, well, you insult people all the time. Yeah. I'm not selling anything. I mean, it's just like this is what you get. He's working for a company selling stuff. If you have a public feed, man, you want to keep all that on the down low. What if some of your fans like Alex Jones and anime girls, cartoon girls, whatever? I guarantee you a certain percentage of your fans likes those things. Some of your fans are right of center. They're not all lockstep in an echo chamber with you. To insult your potential fan base is crazy. Hey, if you like Bernie or who's the other guy, Biden or Clinton or maybe Clinton be a VP or Trump or whoever you like, fine. I mean, we can be reasonable people and disagree without ad hominem attacks, especially if you're selling a product. And especially, okay, here's the thing. Are you an independent? Do you work for yourself? Fine. If you want to alienate 20% of your audience, hey, go for it. It's your money. But when you're working with other people, for other people, I think I would have a social media policy of, hey guys, if you want to work for us and be on social media, you need to just toe the party line. Just be very, very milquetoast and neutral. Stay away from politics, period. If you want to be anonymous, go for it. And, obviously you have freedom of expression. I'm just saying, if you want to work with this company, this is what you're going to do. Anyway, so he does this long spurg out thing where he's telling you how good things are. And then every other tweet is talking about Trump. Now, does 100% of your audience loathe the president? Even if they don't like Trump, a lot of them have respect for the executive office and for government in general. But you are clearly saying that you are far, far left communist. So that means it's going to be a hostile work environment for anyone who does not agree with you 100%. Someone was saying, I think it was Mad Max the Mandalorian, and I don't know if he said it or one of his guests was saying it on the channel. He was talking about a bunch of the guys who were in COMICSGATE. He used to work in the industry, and they were saying, maybe they just got fired because they were assholes. No. If you follow these people on Twitter, they are beyond. They're not moderate Democrats. They are far, far left socialists and communists, and they're the worst kind because they're the limousine liberals they're wealthy themselves, but they think I guess everyone is in the same boat as them. No, the Mike Miller, EVS, Tennapel, whoever else, the right of center, and those guys are barely right of center, by the way. Christians, they didn't get fired because they're bad artists or late on work. No. They got fired because they're barely right of center. And if you're not in lockstep with these sociopaths, it's going to be a hostile work environment. Someone said, can you name me a dozen people who are pro-Trump, pro-Republican, openly pro-Trump Republican working in the mainstream industry? Can you name me a dozen? I put that tweet out there a while ago. I don't think I'm gonna get that answered. Anyway, so he does this long 9-tweet thread, which starts with, "Comics are doing pretty well. Could always be doing better, but there's a wide range of material for a wide range of readers, especially kids. That's very good news." Why didn't you just complete that and use up all 280? They did this weird thing where it's like punctuated to try to. Every time I read this, I'm just reading it in their smarmy, self-satisfied voice. It's like they're a group of people who are so proud of things they never accomplished. They're standing on the shoulders of giants and just trying to squat down as far as possible. So Slash and Burn Theory says, "You can hate COMICSGATE all you like, and that's fine. But the truth is, as of right now, most of y'all are more interested in getting Netflix and other network deals than actually selling good books. Because of that and insulting customers, your industry is collapsing." Ron says, "Cool. Glad you got it all figured out. Oakley dokley." That's not addressing the argument. And it's a fair argument. It's a fair point. Hamner, "I don't care what your physical says. I know what I'm talking about. You're dying, okay? Get used to it. End of story." Says, "Frequent watcher of network medical dramas. Screeching and squirming won't change the truth." Here's the thing. Numbers will tell you the truth. What are the numbers? Are they doing well? There seems to be a lot of evidence that says they're not doing well. They say, comic book stores are closing every year. That's not a good sign. Or the comic book section is being replaced with games. Fair enough. Their counter is, their digital sales. Okay, can you show those sales? I'm guessing not. "Let me explain your business to you and ignore any expertise you may have accumulated in the last 20 years. Okay, we'll show a graph of the last, say, 50 years. Is there a slow build up to a big peak in the 90s and then a steady onward decline? And then they show the past 5 or 6 years, and it's somewhat flat, but it's up and down. Okay, well, 6 years isn't an industry. The industry goes on longer than 6 years. Okay, so this guy says, yeah, because bad books totally get Netflix deals. Every creator puts out the best work they can, often agonizing over it to make it better. I've seen mediocre comic properties transformed into excellent film properties. If you watch this on YouTube, punch in Vagrant Queen, and you can watch the trailer. Oh, it is so cringy. If I had to sum it up, I would say there are no stakes to this. It's an absolute purse puppy. A pretty black girl with a big Liberty device goes around, fighting the patriarchy and this probably aliens. It's a comic book by Mags Visaggio, which sold. I don't know how well it sells. It's probably canceled. All her stuff sells. I think it starts out fine, and then, or starts out low, but then it quickly drops to 900. Not 9,000, it drops to 900, which means you're just wasting space on the shelf that could have gone to somebody else. So that is on Amazon Prime, I think. I don't know, Vagrant Queen. Let me see how much of this I can show. Probably not a whole lot. It's Mags Versace's book. That's probably enough. Oh, hey, look, my I Gave Blood t-shirt for giving blood, like I did the other day. And she's not going to. The book sold horribly. This is on the Sci-Fi Network. It looks absolute cringe farming. Anyway, guys, check out Bless This Mess on Kickstarter. And like, comment, subscribe. If you got something to send me, hit my P.O. box up or send me an email at biancazombie602@gmail.com. And I will see you all next episode.